Hello everyone, welcome to the Ask Bess video column show here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. So glad for you to join. I'm going to, the topic today is your business is your baby. I happen to be a new grandma and have been nurturing and holding my little one, my first granddaughter. She's 8 weeks old now, and I'm thrilled to be a grandma. And how many of you, just a second, how many of you have a grandchild, have experienced being a grandchild? How many of you have a child? I'd love to hear that. How many of you watching the replay? I'd love if you type in replay because I'd like to thank you for watching. And just a moment, I'm going to invite some friends to see the show. I'm going to invite Julie and Leah and Jeff, Shamala, David, Brandy, Nancy, Jim, Jerry, and Teresa. I feel like I want to wait till I invite these people to chat with you because I do a better job then. But I want to invite Benny, Joyce, and if you'd like to be on my invite list, just let me know and I can do that and give you reminders every show. And Leah, Nancy, good to see you, Patricia, Brian, Teddy, Lisa, and Liz, Rebecca, Rosie, Annie, Marty, Andrew, Patrick. And I'm inviting Anne, and Sandra, and Robert, Patrice, Ralph, Jenny, Lucy, Ignacio, and Diana, Denise, Matt, Pilani, Doris. I'm inviting you, Gloria, Ovar, Gail, Andrew, James. How's everybody this morning? What's it like where you are? Kindness. Inviting Patty, Deborah, Mel, Thomas, and Dawn. And we'll invite Andres, Kara, Lloyd, Janice, Sean, Jared, Maria, Dana. I am picking who I invite to make sure that these are people interested in this topic. So I'm not just going inviting everybody. So if I name your name, I'm thinking of you specially. And inviting Sharon and Julie, Raja, Bob, Leah, Soha, Max, and Tammy, Jacob, Heidi, Michael, Cornell, Lisa. Okay, we'll go ahead and begin the show here. So the Ask Bess show, who am I, first of all? The Ask Bess show, let me say this, it is a show, a weekly, or it's twice a week on every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. And this is a video column where you can come on and you can ask any question and get a response from me. And who am I? I am a coach for network marketers, also called the Shrink of MLM. But much more than that, I am for 30 years a body-mind therapist, a holistic health practitioner, Reiki master, minister, Tai Chi teacher, whole list of things that I bring to the table and have helped people for over 30 years to overcome their negative beliefs and their fears, helping them to have a better life. That's better health, relationships, career too. And it was it was 10 years ago that I niched down to helping network marketers because I was a network marketer full-time for years. I know what it takes to build a business and help me raise my son as a single mom, which is one of the pet areas I like to help people with. So became a coach and teacher for network marketers. I'm a generic coach. Don't worry, I'm not going to be in a company. This is my dedicated calling. And that this is, I don't want to divide my time between a team and you. So I'm giving coaching my all as a generic coach for network marketers. But also I help people in other areas in their business and in their life too, because the areas do go back and forth. So this is a show where you can come on and listen and learn about the topic. And the topic today, by the way, is your business is your baby. I'll explain that in a little bit. But this is a show where you can come on. You can listen, you can learn, or you can ask a question down below, Or you can private message me a question if you prefer that it be anonymous, and I can just respond to the question here on the show without using your name. So you can private message me on Facebook, and I will respond to that because a lot of people have. So I do have a message for you to begin with, and that is, you matter. I hear you. I'll respond. You're not alone. You're bigger than any problem before you. The solution is always within reach. And you can become a master problem solver. And I can show you how with my Real Conversations process. It's a 4-step process that moves people from problem to solution in minutes. And I'll share that in a few minutes with you. First, I'd like to cover the topic for today. When I say your business is your baby, and this is for network marketers, but really for all entrepreneurs too. Welcome, Pat. Good to see you. Welcome. And by the way, if you're watching the replay, please type in replay because I would like to thank you for that. And also love to hear where you're from, where in the world that you're watching from. Not just my dinner table or my breakfast table this morning. So love to welcome you. Thank you. So the topic today is your business is your baby, and especially network marketing, but it could apply to all businesses. And as I mentioned, I've recently become a grandmother for the first time. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. I sent her picture out to my email list today. And by the way, if you'd like to be on my email list, just put your name below, and I'll enter you. And if you'd like to be on my text reminder list before each show, please put your name below, and we'll get that straightened out too. So, babies. It's been many years since I was the mother of a newborn, but it sure brings back memories of how much newborns need. And welcome, Donna. How are you? Welcome. Brings back memories of how much newborns need. They need food. They need burping. They need changing, and they need sleep, don't they? They need all these things. And your business is like a baby. It was a number of years ago that I had a client in Del Mar, California, a lady from Brazil, who opened up a clothing shop in Del Mar, which is an expensive part of San Diego area, and had to make that go. All her clothes were just beautiful that she imported from Brazil and sold there. And she realized that when she begins a business, you have to give it all of you in the beginning, because it's like a baby that needs all of your love and attention and time in the beginning to get it off the ground, to get it going, get it self-sufficient, get it rolling and standing on its own. So like any business in the beginning, if you want it to be successful, you need to tend to it a lot. And like a baby is totally dependent on us to live, right? It's totally helpless. It cannot feed itself or change itself or anything like that. Totally trusting, totally dependent that we will be there and keep the thing alive, right? But also growing until it can be big enough to stand on its own, take care of its own needs, feed itself, change itself, go to the bathroom in the right place, and then perhaps even help another human being to do the same thing. That's where the duplication comes in. So I thought, okay, how is this? We know that in the beginning, a business needs your 100% attention. You need to give it all, almost around the clock, almost to dedicate to it. And this, for a human baby, this can take a few years till it can be pretty much on its own. You don't need round the clock attention, but especially the first few months and year or two needs a whole lot of your attention. And I just thought of another analogy. Okay, so I'm going to go through these. Babies need feeding. They need feeding through the day, numerous feedings, sometimes 12 feedings a day. Some babies eat every 2 hours around the clock. So you have to keep inputting, right? And sometimes they sleep a little bit more than 2 hours straight, but like my son didn't, he needed to eat every 2 hours. And so that would be like inputting, in an analogy to your business, that would be like inputting prospects to your business. That needs constant feeding your business by going out and talking to new prospects. So that has to happen. New people in your pipeline. Think of your business like a hungry baby, and yet it wants to keep eating new prospects. and putting new name contacts in your phone that you meet people and get their contact information. And you put that in your phone. Meeting people on Facebook, joining forums, and interacting on your friends' posts, and bringing value wherever you can. Developing those relationships, that rapport with people, by interacting with them, by bringing value, by just getting out there and seeing how you can serve, to care and serve and bring value to people, to bring some sort of benefit to people, to see a need that you can serve, and then offer your business as a way to meet that need. Perhaps it's a health need, perhaps it's a financial need. But you're out there feeding that pipeline every day, right? Because that baby gets hungry and it starts to cry if it doesn't get fed. And your business will cry as far as, let's see, how could that, I guess it could sort of be a silent cry, a silent dying is what it will do. It may not tap you on the shoulder and scream in your ear like a baby will, but maybe it should. Maybe we should invent network marketing companies that are going to scream at you if you don't feed it. If you don't feed me new prospects, maybe we could arrange that somehow. Maybe as a coach, I could arrange that for you so that, I do hold some people accountable that way as a coach for network marketers and people in all walks of life. And by the way, people come to me with business, network marketing, or other business issues that they want help with. They come to me with health, communication, relationships, spiritual issues, weight loss, all those things. These are all the types of things that I coach. But perhaps, well, thank you for the likes and loves. I appreciate that. And if anybody knows someone who could get benefit from this, I'd love if you comment, tag, share with them, or even share in another Facebook group right now so people could be watching live too. Especially for network marketers, but applies to any entrepreneur or any new thing that you start. So, how I help people with this in businesses is that I help hold them accountable. One fellow's on a daily text reminder from me, like, how did you do with your commitments today? Did you do what you say you were going to do? Did you do your 2 prospects a day? And we text him daily. He has to report in. If he doesn't by 10 p.m., then I text him and say, well, how many prospects did you do today? And he reports back that way. So in a way, I'm the baby screaming, right? But what if your business said, I need new prospects every 2 hours or every 4 hours, or I'm going to send out a siren, send out an alarm? Probably you'd be more likely to feed that baby, to do those prospects, to reach out to people and offer to them what you have. So, okay, babies, number 1, need feeding. Number 2, they need burping. If you don't burp them afterward, the air that they may swallow when they drink the milk from a breast or a bottle may cause the baby to spill up and lose everything. So what we do is we need to burp out. And then, you burp the baby afterward, or else they might throw the whole thing up and all be wasted. So what I equate this to in business is that we need to get the hot air out of ourselves and avoid the hot air in our prospects, people who are just all hot air and no action, no talk. So you want to burp out whatever and weed out whatever is not nutritious, right? But even for ourselves, we need to eliminate our hot air and make sure that we deliver what the prospect needs to hear and no more. That would be hot air. That would be useless, non-nutritious stuff that the baby might swallow, but then might spit it back up. So if we deliver the hot air, the prospect may throw the whole thing up and not intake any of it. So we need to get the hot air, the useless stuff, the stuff about ourselves, the stuff about our company that they can understand, the words that they can understand what you're talking about. But also words that are self-serving, all about me, nothing about them. So we get that hot air out of our presentations. In other words, we burp the baby. So only the nutritious stuff stays in. Okay, 3rd, babies poop. So they need to poop. They need to let go of what doesn't serve them. What that means is, we all eat food every day. And what comes out the other end, we eat the food our intestines, our small intestines, large intestines, our stomach and all that, absorb the nutrition from the food as it goes through the long winding road of the digestive system. And it comes out the other end, excuse me, what comes out the other end is what we don't need. The stuff that there's no nutrition in it anymore, and it needs to come out. So that is what we can do with the pipeline in network marketing too. You talk to a lot of prospects a day, but you can't keep up with all of those hundreds and hundreds of prospects. So what you have to do is weed out at the end of the day or the end of the week or the month, weed out what prospects you don't, are not interested. And that's going to be most of them. Most of them are going to have some reason that this is not for them at this time. And that's why you want to put a lot of people in the pipeline, right? And when you look at it, there is a lot that comes out the other end from what goes in, but your body does keep the good stuff that can really build it, help it to build a good body, or in network marketing case, build a good business. So what we need, how we assist the baby's going to poop anyway, but how we assist the baby is that we clean it up and we collect that poop and we throw it away in a diaper. And that's what we can do too with prospects. You can set those people aside. Some people say never forget them and be in touch with them every so often, but you get them out of your immediate follow-up list by say, okay, you call through what are good ones to follow up and what are not interested. Okay, babies also need sleep. They need a lot of sleep, sometimes half the day, or sometimes more, depending on the baby. My son didn't sleep a lot when he was a baby, neither did I. But the babies need sleep. They need a quiet place and a warm place and a safe place to sleep, because that is where they digest all the huge learning. I mean, can you imagine coming out of a dark place and then into the world full of light and colors and sounds and people and touch and senses and everything and tastes? There's a lot going on and a lot to integrate in their day, and a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings come up, of crying and hunger and using their bodies to speak for what they want and cry, or to laugh and smile. There's a lot going on in a baby's life every day. So they need the sleep to integrate that. When we sleep, we kind of digest the day, and we also rest from the day, and we also get insights. And I equate this in business to our spiritual time, or our quiet time, contemplative time, I'll call it. Hello, kindness, welcome. Good to see you. If anyone here is a parent, please type in yes. If anyone here is a grandparent, please type in yes, because I want to congratulate you for both. And I think that being a parent is very good training for network marketing. Helps you to think of others, not yourself. Helps you to be efficient, to manage time, to manage tasks. Helps you to opens your heart. Man, my heart never opened so much as when I had my son, but it helps to open our hearts, which we absolutely need to connect with business. According to John Maxwell, we need to connect by the heart before we ask a hand, or be a good leader in network marketing. So, okay, so babies need that sleep time. And in network marketing, or any business, I've heard $1 million earners say that you need your spiritual time every day in some way, personal growth time, quiet time, to contemplate your business, what's going on, to let new insights come in, to let new creative ideas come in, to plan, do, and review. In other words, you plan your business, you carry out a strategy, and then you review what worked, what could work better. So plan, do, and review. We all need that time to recharge, to reorganize, to integrate the new things that are going on, and see what new strategies we need to implement. So your business needs that, and you need that just like a baby does. Another thing that babies need is protection from cold, from hunger, from unclean conditions. And when a child grows a little older, they need protection from running out in front of a car, or falling down, or climbing, too high on the couch and falling off of it and hurting themselves. So they also need protection. And so does our business often need protection against our own negative fears and beliefs, against the naysayers that are out there, It needs to be made immune to the negativity that's out there. People say you're in network marketing. Well, that's dumb. Or needs protection from falling off the wagon of doing the regular prospecting every day. So, good analogy, I think. Another way is that a baby needs, is like a business, is both need a heart connection. Both need that connection to make a relationship. It's so that if a baby's simple needs are met, but they're not given that human connection, their needs are met to eat, sleep, poop, and all that stuff, but they're not given human connection, they die. And it's not from their physical, not from starvation or cold or not enough sleep. It's that babies need that human connection to be able to live. And so does your network marketing business need that connection to live. It needs your heart. It needs you to get out there and look people in the eye, on either on Facebook or Skype or in person. It needs touch. Babies need touch. If they're not touched, they will die. And your business needs touch. It needs that personal touch. Perhaps it's a handshake, a clap on the back, a hug. But it needs the touch. It needs your voice. It needs to hear your voice. It needs to people need to be talked to. So those are the ways that I equate. If you've ever had a baby, think of your business like a baby. You need to feed it. I'm going to review this real quick. You need to feed it. It needs new prospects every day. It needs to burp the hot air out of ourselves in our presentation. It needs to poop, to let go of the prospects that are not interested. It needs sleep or integrative time to plan, do, and review. It needs that heart connection. It needs the voice, the touch, and the eye contact to develop those relationships that are the most meaningful part of your network marketing business. And then it needs the protection from being forgotten, from the naysayers, from negative beliefs and attitudes. Hope this helps to think of your business in a interesting way and to see what it requires. It requires not just an occasional thought here and there, or your business will die, just like a baby would die. It requires, if you want to get it off the ground, it requires all of your attention in the beginning and lots of effort, sometimes losing sleep. But a new parent knows that that's worth it, and that they give this to their child, and eventually the child will be able to stand on its own, walk on its own, run on its own, and even to make other babies. And that's what we want in your network marketing business, to be that self-sufficient, to be able to duplicate itself. But in the beginning, it takes lots and lots of time, maybe with little result that you see. But the longer that you do it, the greater, the more even it becomes. And at the end, it produces much, much more than you actually give it. So hope this helps with an analogy. I promise to teach you my network marketing, my real conversations process that I developed to help people walk from problem to solution in 4 steps, real quick. To be able to solve any problem that you run across, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, in your business or anything else that could affect your business. And that is the 4 steps to real conversation, which is a self-help method, is a self-coach method, is that you see the problem, look at the emotion underneath it, and then the need underneath that, and then the solution to meet that need. It makes the problem go away, because every problem is a sign of an unmet need. Did you know that? All we have to do is discover what that hidden need is. Thank you for the likes and loves. I appreciate it. We just discover what that hidden need is, be able to solve it, problem goes away. An example, let's say that a person is forgetting, not doing their prospecting. Let's say that they are not doing their prospecting because they are distracted by other things. They have other priorities. Remember, we vote with our time. So the other priorities, and maybe the need is to remember their why, that perhaps they want to stay home with their kids or be able to visit their grandkids, or whatever your why is. Perhaps it's to get out of debt, perhaps it's to leave a bad boss, perhaps it's to have a better retirement as a senior. But remember the need might be to remember the why. And then the action steps toward that. Remember to take the action steps. Remember to do the prospecting every day. So when you discover, if you're not making your network marketing calls, if you're not feeding the baby and giving it the prospects, putting new prospects into your pipeline, if you're not doing that, then discover why is that. Discover perhaps the emotion behind that. Is it fear of talking to people? Is it just forgetting? Then the need might be to focus. If the need is fear of talking to people, then the need might be to help your self-esteem. That's where people come and see me. I do have a present for you called the Real Conversations Method, where I teach these 4 steps by an audio and by email to help you journal yourself through the 4 steps to solve any problem, from problem to solution in minutes. And those are free tools that I will post for you in a link below. You can get those real quick if you want. Go to the Facebook event, Real Conversations Class, and you will find those tools there. Welcome, Vicki. How are you today? It's a lovely day. Glad to see you. So if anyone here is a parent or a grandparent, please type in yes, because I want to stand among you and congratulate you for that. Vicki, what I did is I just equated, this is a business Facebook Live, equating how your business is like your baby. Very much, there's like 6 parallels between a baby and a business, how to build it, and what your business needs, just like a baby needs. So I hope this helps parents to understand. So I will post the link for the free tools, and some people want more than free tools. So I created a class on Tuesday nights called Real Conversations Class, where you can hop on a phone. It's not recorded for privacy. You can be anonymous if you wish. You can use a made-up name. You can come in and just listen, or you can bring an issue to be coached on. It's every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and the link that I'll post here contains both the information for the free tools and for the class. And you can get those immediately if you want by going to the Facebook event, Real Conversations Class. And we'd love to have you on Tuesday nights. For people that want private and deeper and faster work, that's where they contact me for private work. And I love working with people. They're saying, wow, this is my favorite work of all the personal growth therapy work that I've done. You have a gift. This is definitely your calling. They definitely have breakthroughs and move through the issues very fast. With this method, we're done in private coaching. So I'm available for all of that. Just private message me about that too. Or if you would like to be on my text reminder list for this show, or my email list for this show too. So be glad to help in all of those ways that I can. I got a free way, I got a class, and I got private work that I do with people. So I'm very glad to help. I will post the link to that now so you can see that. And a beautiful Saturday to everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time for the Ask Bess show. Remember, you can ask me a question private message me a question. If you want me to, say if you want me to use your name or not. It can be anonymous. Respond to it on this show. See you tomorrow at noon. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Good day to you. Love you. Bye-bye.